Hey guys, this is Bharat Watch with PhoneArena.com and this is the Coolpad Dazen 1. You might have seen the Dazen X7, which is more like a mid-range device, but this is a low-end budget device which competes with the likes of the Euphoria and the Redmi 2 and so on. So what is this device about and what are the box contents like? That's what we're going to take a look at in this video. So let's go ahead into the unboxing and a first look at the Coolpad Dazen 1. So the box, as you can see, is very similar to what Xiaomi offers and also the Euphoria offers. Not many specs at the back, but you can see the price here. It's 6,999. That's the price of the Dazen 1, and it competes directly with the Euphoria and even the Redmi 2. But the difference is that, like the Euphoria and the Lenovo A6000 Plus, this has 2 GB of RAM along with very similar specs otherwise. So let's open the box right away. It's a pretty tight box, and well, we'll just open it and there you go. That's the phone right at the top of the box, and surprisingly it's in Chinese and looks a lot like the Redmi 2, don't you think? And this is just the cover here for protection, and this is the Dazen 1. Pretty neat looking phone for the price. It's got a plastic soft touch back and looks pretty good. So let's take a look at that later, and now take a look at the box contents here. So this is the battery. The battery is a 2500 mAh unit, as you can see here, and we'll pop this in later, but let's check the other box contents. Nothing here in this box. You have a bunch of information booklets here, warranty, user guide and so on. And you have two things in white, and that's the micro USB cable and the power adapter. The power plug comes with the European/Indian plug and has the USB port here. Looks pretty normal to me, nothing special, and that's about it for the box contents. So let's pop the battery inside the device. So let's go through the hardware here. 5-inch 720p screen at the front, looks pretty decent. The reflectivity is less when it's turned off, and there is a 5 megapixel front facing camera over at the top. Earpiece, of course. This is the capacitive touch button, which resembles the iPhone home button, pretty similar, but we'll see if two other capacitive touch buttons light up when we turn it on. Over to the right side, you've got the power button, and as I mentioned earlier, the soft touch plastic actually feels pretty good in the hands, and the curve here over the edges is pretty ergonomic, to be honest. And there is this place to open up the back cover, so obviously you have the slots inside. We'll go there in a bit. 3.5mm jack at the top, volume rocker at the left, and over at the bottom you have the micro USB port. Moving to the back, you have the 8 megapixel camera with the f2.2 aperture, the secondary microphone, the LED flash, and the usual branding and whatnot. So let's open up. There you go, pretty standard setup there. 2 micro SIM slots and the micro SD card slot there. That's about it for the quick hardware overview of the Coolpad Dazen 1. Now it's up to software to show us if it's any different from the other devices. So let's power this on. So the Coolpad has something called the Cool UI. That's the cool boot animation and the cool boot sound. But yes, that's the Cool UI, which is based on Android 4.4. We'll show it to you in the about screen. But apart from that, internally this phone is powered by the Snapdragon 410, pretty much exactly the same as the Redmi 2 and the Euphoria. So all these phones have the same specifications mostly, so what you get is the very minimal differences in software. So curiously, in this UI, apart from just apps, they have 2 buttons which are like app icons, but they basically lock the screen, and the other thing, which is pretty crazy, changes the wallpaper. That's all it does. When you touch, it has an animation and it changes the wallpaper. So this is Cool UI. You already saw this in Coolpad X7, but yeah, this is pretty much similar to what MIUI looks like, and also most of the Chinese manufacturers go for this app screen approach. So there is no app drawer and it's just home screen full of apps. So let's go to the settings and show you the about page. So these are the extra 2 capacitive touch buttons, and they are backlit. The touchscreen seems a bit oversensitive to my hands. It might be just me, but that's something we can observe here. So 2 gigs of RAM, 8 gigs of internal storage. Available is 4.01 gigs. The resolution is 1280 by 720, and the Android version is 4.4.4. Not Lollipop, but you can see that the UI is going to be pretty much the same, even if it's going to be Lollipop. So there are not going to be any major differences here. The apps, you can see Google obviously has a folder on the home screen, and the other apps seem to be like, one is for customization and the usual stuff that you can see on most Chinese ROMs. So you can do a lot of customization and it looks like the iOS home screen. So apart from that, this is definitely a competitive smartphone at this price range. It's got all the specs that you expect, and it's got 2 gigabytes of RAM. That's the most important thing for budget smartphones. Basically, if you want more multitasking, which Android is very bad at, then you need more RAM, and this has got more RAM, just like the Euphoria and the other devices that are competing with it. And with the pre-installed apps, you can see that Snapdeal is pre-installed along with WeChat and WhatsApp and SwiftKey and all these things. So that's about it for a quick overview of the Coolpad Dazen 1. This is yet another low-end budget phone that's competing with the likes of Euphoria, the Redmi 2 and the Lenovo A6000 Plus. So let us know what you think in the comment section below, and do hit the like button if you liked this video, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like these. Thanks for watching.